Hello everybody, so welcome back to the Blind Woodturners Workshop. It's great to be back after all the dog training and getting qualified. So straight off the bat, those of you that have sent your warm wishes and congratulations for getting qualified with Bamba, thank you so very much, much appreciated. So anyway, back to the turning. And what we've got today are some samples that have been sent by Dalmann Timber. So Rob Wilson over at Dalmann, he sent me these Milk Pear blanks. So I thought I'd do a candlestick, and this is inspired partly by, well, mostly by Steve Healey, the woodturner, who I've listened to a couple of his demos at woodturning clubs and at Axminster, and he's not been in the greatest of health of late, Steve, but he's still doing the demos, and he's in a lot of pain constantly with his condition, so best of luck to you, Steve, with all that sort of stuff. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to do a candlestick. So I've got the Milk Pear base blank and the stem. So a couple of points of interest. Number one, I've just realised I haven't got the brass candle cup insert, but that's not to worry. I can still do the project, and I'm going to do it over a few days to completion. And then when I do get the brass candle cup, I'll just put it on the pillar drill and drill the hole out at the end. So anyway, a little bit about Dalmann Timber. Now, I've spoken to the team before. They've been at UKIS, Woodturning Symposium, and they've had a stand there with all the exotic woods there from Mozambique in Africa. So, the great news about Dalmann Timber, and I must stress, I haven't been paid for this. They don't sponsor me. It's just information that I know about them. So I'm going to share that with you because it's interesting. Yeah, Dalmann Timber, they are sort of like, their philosophy is sustainability and ethical practices. So they're heavily into forest management, coppice management, educating the local communities, giving employment to local communities, regenerating the whole area. So it really is a sustainable product for many years to come, and it helps everybody that's involved and the community. So it's a great story. So yes, Rob Wilson, great guy. If you ever get to meet him, have a chat and check out Dalmann Timber. So Milk Pear, I've never heard of it before, so it's an African hardwood. So what I'm going to do is get started in a moment and get roughing out the main stem of the candlestick. So I'll just put the base safely out of the way. So wherever you are in the world, if you've joined, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night even. It's great to have you here. So Bamba's safe in the house, so he'll be okay, but I'll just try and stick to an hour or so, just so he's not left on his own for too long, just while he's still, well, he's settled in really, but I just don't want to freak him out that much. So I've got the roughing gouge here now, so we all know about this, so I'm just roughly going to find my start position there. So just gently feeling my way along there now, and just straight from the get-go I'll just have a feel, and that's coming along nicely there. So check my spacing. I do think I'll be able to turn this up a bit now, so now it's cutting nicely. It's got quite a nice smell. So I've got it in between the live centre and also a step centre at the headstock end. So let's just nicely taking these. Knocking these corners off nice and gently. Excuse me. Right, so that's the initial corners knocked off now, so just carry on. So yeah, I hope you're all okay. It's nice. Now this is cutting nicely. So I have got a bad cold, by the way, everybody, so if I sound a bit nasally and I'm coughing, I've got the whole sinus thing going on. Yeah, I was talking to Rob and he'd be interested to know my feedback with having no sight, you know, how this wood feels. So it feels quite dense and hard, but it is actually turning really nicely too. Now straight off the tool I'm not feeling any tear out. Nothing to worry you anyway. It's nice and gentle. That sounds lovely and smooth just there. So it's quite a pungent aroma. Just nearly there now. Let's work off this side. And then when I've got it to a cylinder in a minute, I'll put a tenon on it for the chuck. So it's nice and gentle. So that's feeling pretty good. So I'm happy at that for getting it into round. So just need to blow my nose, excuse me. So sorry about that, folks. So what I'm just trying to feel for now is my calipers. So and I will feel for my, it's not that one, my square tipped carbide cutter. So what I'm just going to do now is now that's practically there, so if I just get a skew chisel from behind me, I will be able to just check that that's alright there, yeah, just be able to put the little dovetail on that now. Not too much, and just feel that there now. So that's excellent. So I'll just pull that out of the way. Have a feel for my knockout bar. So yeah, I actually had my last local roots training session yesterday. Now my trainer, my guide dog mobility instructor, was a lady called Alison. So she's not coming back now for 6 weeks. So that'll be after Christmas. She's happy with Bamber and I now to just get on with it, and she'll come for an aftercare visit, like I say, in 6 weeks. And then, all being well, it'll be 6 months after that. But yeah, we went down to near Chorley Town Centre again, and we're just doing our last local routes around there, the places that I might need to go. So it went very well. Got wet as usual. So let's just move this tailstock back a bit. And then obviously feel for the hole. Feels like it's there. So just give it a spin to help. Get it central. And start tightening the chuck up. So yeah, very happy with our progress. I'm very pleased with my progress, and Bamboo was great, and we were doing pedestrian crossings, and the traffic was very busy, and his senses are heightened, and he's not a massive lover of heavy traffic, but he did really well, and he got me round to where I needed to go completely safe, so that's all we can ask. So yeah, I can't imagine life without him already. It's amazing. Right then, so I'm just going to stand clear now and give this a bit of a spin up. Right, just make sure everything's locked down. So yeah, on to the next part. So the candlesticks that I felt of Steve Healey's, the kind of the tulip head, but the top really does, what's the word, flare out on the top, and it's really nice. And then you have the head, and then it comes down, and then you have sort of like an elongated onion, which he textures, and he does great colouring work, everyone says, and his candlesticks are amazing. The one that I felt last time, it was at Axminster, and it was lead wood, and boy was that a beautiful thing, that candlestick. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to have a go. And it's funny, isn't it? You think of things like
Alert.
that.
Apple at verification.
Honestly. You get these
Not now.
stupid
Not now.
flipping
YouTube.
notifications and inopportune times. So anywho, yeah, so I'm going to try and copy as much as I can from what I felt, and then obviously down at this end, at the headstock end, it will have a tenon which will go into a mortise which I'll put on the base. So anyway, we need to sort of like get crack-a-lacking really and start shaping things and just sussing out where I'm going to have transitions is the word I'm thinking of. So now I'm thinking, because it's got to have a certain amount of depth for the candle cup, so which I'm thinking something like this. Something like that. And then there'll be a bit of a I'm trying to remember which way the onion went. Was it the fatter part at the bottom? Or is it the fatter part at the top? I'm just having a think here now, just thinking on my toes. And I'm trying to make a picture in my mind. I think I'm going to do the fat thing at the bottom. He says. almost getting sort of like a smell of coffee there, actually. So, and then if I sort of like I mean, that's going to be the mortise there ish. I don't need to go more than that now at the minute. Just keep as much heft there as I can, just for some stability. So, right, let's get crack-a-lacking, he says. So, right. I've got my spindle gouge here. Let's see how she goes. So, just scraping and rolling that in now. Just have a feel here now. I'm not too right, okay. So it's sort of like a tulip or a poppy head, but I do know that this top it did sort of sort of curl over and flare, so getting nice shadings off. Just stop and have a feel there. So that's feeling quite nice. A bit of an undercut, not much. So, just taking our time. Just need to lose some meat off there. I'm just going to switch to the round carbide cutter. That's feeling nice there now, like that. Let's just see if I can just get this in. Get this rolled over some more here. That's feeling quite nice there now. And I'm going to put some the elongated onion. I am going to put some texture on that. Should be quite nice. Just a little bit of a ridge there that I just need to. Nice and gentle. That's nice there now. Cool. So, you see, I really love the process of, I'm trying to remember what Steve had done, obviously. I really enjoy the just winging it, really being creative. seeing how it goes. Making a nice transition there. You know, take it from me, you know, it's such an amazing art form, this, that you really can just do whatever you want. Cups full of shavings. There. So yeah, just take your time and just keep making the little fine adjustments. So like I've just felt that I need to make there. So that's really cool. Now what I need to do here is I'm going to put a little bit of a bead. So let's just skip that and I'll just let's just hog some away here. Just keep doing it along in steps like this, nice and easy. Little bites. How's that feeling now? It's feeling good. Right, what I'm going to try and do now is use my beading tool. Now if I have that about there, I'm going to go nice and slow. Don't want too much heat in this. Just stop and feel how that's going. That's going okay. This little bit here I'll just chase off in a moment. So just have a feel. I will just reduce that a bit and get rid of that. Just get, how does that feel? How does that feel? Boom, boom. Just make sure I've got it the right way up. Feel like that. There you go, got a nice little bead there. And then I can just have a feel there now. That's cool. Right. Lovely jubbly. So what I need to do now is just start I'll get in that little recess in a minute. Stop that. So don't want to go too thin there at the bottom of the onion because I still need some stability in there, so just feel for my spindle gouge again. I just want to get in a bit tighter to the bottom of this bead. Underneath there, which I have done. But it's a bit hard to get the radius of the round carbide cutter in. Whereas you've got the fingernail profile. On the Sorby gouge here, I can just get in and get underneath. Getting nice and tight. In fact, while I think on, let's just add a bit of finesse here. So yeah, it's nice to have the feel of this cold steel in my hand again after a good few weeks off with training. So I'm just taking things nice and gently. Nice there now. Nice cut there. Just roll it over a bit onto the other side. Just stop that and have a feel. So I hope you're seeing all this okay, folks. So I've just got a nice little detail there now, a little like knuckle, nice little bead. It still feels a bit too rectangular there, so it's very, very gentle. There. So that's nice. So I can swap back now to the round carbide. But this Milk Pear is turning really nicely. That's cool. I'm liking that so far. What do you think, folks? So it's coming along nicely. Just constantly having to feel and get that picture in my head squared away. Nice. Very nice. Very little tear out on this. Nice, good bit of spindle turning, so turn the speed up a little bit just for this. Good. So now think about what's obviously this part here is going to be the tenon. So it's going to this part of the candlestick. I'm going to give it a foot. So I need to hog this part away here. cutting amazingly well. So I think I'm going to try and give it a bit of a knuckle here as well. It's slightly bigger to marry what's up here. So just gently working that timber away. Right, just take your time, Chris. You have to be careful because if you just start going in too deep, it's going to grab and then catch and try and pull it out of your hand. So you just have to be wary of that. And I did just feel that a minute ago with a bit of a big cut. Nice and gentle. And before I lose that mark for the tenon, I'll just reinstate a bit of a So I'm getting near to the end of this first part. So just caught on the tool rest a bit there. So nice and gentle. But I suppose what I'm trying to remember from Steve Healey's pieces, you know, they're very graceful, very beautiful to feel, and you know, I'm just, you know, a classical look I'm going for, I suppose. I do. What do I know? So quite happy with that actually now, folks. So just don't want to get greedy here now and right, that's better. So I think that will do for this first session of I'm just going to unplug my power lead and I'll take this out and I'll let you have a look now. So yeah, it's been turning really well because I'm getting some great shavings, and so this is it here now. Hope you're getting that. So obviously this part here, that'll be turned down to a tenon. Don't want to go any thinner than that. Got a little foot here, then you've got this bead, needs a little bit more work on it. but it's there, it's the shape. And then you've got this, the main onion. I've got a bead there, and then you've got the top part, which is like a poppy head, and it does bend over, curve over, almost like an aeroplane wing. So I'm going to texture this part, and I'm going to use the big texturing tool and do an orange peel texture on it. I think that'll be nice. So anyway, that's going to be it for today. Those of you that haven't been able to join and watch, that's absolutely amazing. Thank you so very much. So I'm going to sign off now and get back in and say hello to Bamba. So same time tomorrow, we'll do an hour tomorrow, so it's 2 PM UK time tomorrow, and we'll crack on with this candlestick made from Milk Pear. So thank you so very much. I'm going to go glitchy now.